Or no correlation. Look at number 1. Is it positive, negative, or none? It is positive. Overall, it's going up. What happens? Okay, overall, it's going up. What about number 3?
No.
There's no correlation. Okay, so you can say no, none. Okay. Number 5, it says find the mode, median, and mean. Okay, find the mode, median, and mean. Is there an outlier? What does this do to the data? Okay, so mode. Median. Okay, so the mode. What do you feel like the mode is? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 sevens. Okay. The mean. How do you find the mean? Yeah, you're gonna put them all low to high and then find the middle. Okay. Okay, so put them from low to high, and then we're going to kind of cross them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 1. Okay, so I'm showing 6. Does somebody agree? Okay. Okay, and then what about the mean? What do we do for the mean? Yeah, we're going to add them all up and then divide by however many numbers that there is. Okay, a way that you could kind of help yourself out and cheat. Okay, look at this. How many 7s are there? That's not cheating, but like how many 7s are there? There are 8. So what is 7 times 8?
56.
56. So for this part, you're going to have a 56. Okay, there are 3 6s. So how many is that going to give you? 18. Okay, there are 2 5s. 10. 5 times 2. Okay, 4, and there are 4 4s. How many is that total? 16. Okay, so that can kind of shorten your way up so you're not typing 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. Because you can only see so far in your calculator, okay? So if you prefer to just type them all out, then do that, okay? If you prefer to like kind of shorten it, you can do that also. Okay, so what do you get when you add them all up and divide by something? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Divide by 17.
5.8.
5.8? You got 5.8 too? Okay, so 5.8. Okay, is there an outlier? Is there an outlier? That's the next question that they ask us on this problem. Is there an outlier? No. Okay, what would be an example of an outlier?
Like 4 and 6.
Hmm?
Like 4, like it comes back 4, like it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 7.
Okay. Okay, if you're using this data, what would be an example of an outlier?
Which one? No.
The one that we're doing, because that's what we're answering the question for this one. For number 5.
4, and then to 7.
Okay, look at the numbers that they gave you as far as the games per the World Series, right? We have 4 to 7, so 4s, 5s, 6s, and 7s. Okay, so what would be an outlier? Give me a number.
10.
10's a little close. 100 definitely. Does 100 fit in with the other data? No, definitely not. Okay, all the numbers are pretty low. 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s. So if we have 100 up there, it's not matching. Okay, if I have a million up here and all the other numbers are 7, 6, 5, 4, and I have 1 million. Okay, so is there an outlier? No. Okay, what would this do to the data? Well, what does this do to the data? Okay, if there is an outlier. It's like a number that like doesn't fit in with the rest. So like, if you have $10, she's got $11, I have $12, and then we're hanging out with somebody that has $1 million. The math ain't math, and we're broke, and that person is rich. Okay, so there is no outlier. So this just makes the mean and the data is accurate, okay? So if there's no outlier, the data is accurate. ACCURA. Okay, if there is a very high outlier, what does that do to your data? It makes the mean really high. If there's a really low outlier, it makes the mean very low. Okay? That's all the outlier does, is make the mean change. Because the mode is still the mode, right? That's the number that occurs the most. The median is still going to be in the middle regardless. Okay? So the mean is the only thing that would be affected by the outlier. Okay, look at number 7. The higher the temperature, the more ice cream Dairy Queen sells. The higher the temperature, the more ice cream Dairy Queen sells. Is that correlation or causation? It is correlation. Okay? They are related, typically, right? Do you think Dairy Queen sells more ice cream in the summer or the winter?
Summer.
Probably the summer. Okay, but is that a guarantee? No. Okay? So it's a correlation. The more gallons of gas I get, the more I will owe. Is that a correlation or causation? The more gallons of gas I get, essentially the more you owe. So the higher your bill is. Yeah. Okay, so you can go to the gas station, people are like, I want 10 on pump 3. Is that going to get you very much gas?
No.
No. Okay, but if you put $50 in pump 3, probably it's going to fill your tank. Okay, so the more gas you pump, okay, the same with that, the more groceries you put in the cart, is that going to make your bill higher or lower? The more groceries we put in the cart, it's going to make our bill higher, right? We know that. Okay, so gas is the same thing. The more gas you put in, the higher your bill is going to be. Okay, so this is going to be a cause. They are directly related. You get to pick how much your bill is, essentially. Okay. Determine if the following study or question is biased. If it is, why? Sam wants to know what everyone's favorite restaurant is, so she asked people at the food court in the mall. Okay, is this study biased or not? Is this biased or not? Huh?
Says a food court has multiple restaurants.
It does? Are those all of the restaurants? No. So is there a problem? So if she was trying to figure out what their favorite restaurant in the mall was, that's okay. So let's think about Glenbrook, because we've probably all been there. Is there a McDonald's in Glenbrook? No. But what if people's favorite restaurant is McDonald's? You're asking people that are in the mall. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? While they're in the food court. So you're more likely, do you think that they're going to pick something that's already in the food court or not?
Yeah.
Probably. Okay? So that's what's wrong with her question. Okay? Where could she ask instead? Not in the food court. Where could she ask instead? In the halls. Okay, she could ask in Walmart. She could ask on the outside of the mall. She could ask in a school building. Okay, somewhere that has no food. Okay, that way there's no like judgment there.
What if a Walmart has a pizza inside?
What Walmart do you go to, dude?
There used to be a pizza or some sort of pizza place in a Walmart.
Okay, so this is bias. Because she's asking. Because she's in the food court. Uh, 13. Asking people at Disney World what is their favorite movie. Asking people at Disney World what's their favorite movie. Biased, why? You're probably gonna like Disney movies if you go to Disney. Okay. For those of you guys that have not been, Disney is very different than like Universal. Okay, Universal has like all kinds of movies. Disney is straight up Disney and Pixar movies. Okay, so you can like I don't know, A Bug's Life or something. That's not necessarily. I don't think that's a Disney movie. I don't know, but okay. So it is biased because they're asking people. At Disney. Don't write like me on your test, okay? Write it out. But. Okay, 15. The yearbook staffer has designed a survey to learn student opinions on how the yearbook could be improved for this year. If want to distribute the survey to 200 students and ask every other student at the building as they enter, okay? What is the potential bias in this problem? What is the potential problem with this? I don't feel like there is one. Do you? They are excessive, survey to learn, student opinion from motivated. I'm gonna go with none. Okay. All right. First of all, they're asking people as they're entering, correct? Are they asking like only their friends? Are they asking only the baseball team? No, they're asking literally every other kid that comes in. What do you think about the yearbook? Okay. Well, then I skip Zach. What do you think about the yearbook? And then I skip him. What do you think about the yearbook? Right. So that's totally okay. You're not asking anybody you know. Okay. Who has something to gain here? The yearbook staff. Okay. Okay, and if you remember, we want these surveys to be random and like non-biased, non-opinionated, okay? And so they're really just trying to better their yearbook, okay, which is totally fine. State each sequence, if it's geometric, find the common ratio. Find the common ratio. Okay, so you're going to take the front number and divide it by the number previous and keep doing that. Okay, so -2 divided by -1. -2 divided by -1. 2. Okay, -1 divided by 0. Huh?
0.
0?
Yeah.
0 divided by 1.
0.
Okay, check your math, because that ain't right. Do it on calculator. Something's not right up there. What is it? Okay, -2 divided by -1. What did you get? 2. I agree with that one. Hey. -1 divided by 0. It says error. You cannot divide by 0, okay? So this part's going to be an error. The other one will be 0. Okay, the reason that I knew that is because this one is like this, -1 over 0, and then this one is like 0 divided by 1. Okay, so those are not the same thing because the 0 is on the bottom on one and versus the other. Okay, so is this geometric? No, not because of the error. Okay, what has to be sort of geometric? All the numbers have to be the same. So is there a ratio? No, there's not a ratio, okay? So don't just check the front one and get 2 and be like, oh, yep, it's geometric, it's 2, okay? You have to check all 3 pieces, okay? Find the next 3 terms, okay? What is -16 divided by 8? -16 divided by 8. -2. Okay, this one we already know it's geometric, so you don't have to check all 3, okay? And so we're going to say -16 times -2. Positive 32 times -2. -64 times -2. 128. And then number 5 it says find the term named. Okay, what number do we start with? 1. We start with 1, the first one listed. So 1 times, then what comes? Then what comes after the 1? The ratio, okay? So -64 divided by 16? -4. Okay, so we got -4 to the what? Then what comes? 10. Why 10? Yeah, it says find a 10. So we're going to say 10 minus what? 1. Okay, 10 minus 1. Okay, type that in your calculator. See what you get. Like that? Okay, go to this page. What type of graph is this? What type of graph is this? What is it? We're doing this one. You guys are doing that one too. It is a box and whisker plot. Okay, so it's a box and whisker. I forgot how to spell whisker. Is it W-H? Thank you. What is the median score of Class B? Median score of Class B. 80. How do we know it's 80? Yeah, so the middle line with the dot inside the box is always going to be the median. Okay, so what is the median score of Class A? 77. Okay, so this is asking us about Class B, so we're going to put 80 here. Which class had the higher max? Which class had the higher max? B. How do you know? The very last dot. This is our max. This is the max. Okay? So Class B. Which class had the lowest min? The lowest min. Class A. Okay? This is our minimum. This is our minimum. Okay? So Class A. Okay, the rest of the sheet is for you guys. You're going to do the other graph picture. We went over it yesterday, so hopefully you can read a graph.